Zeka's playing Zed. Damn.
Finally, a little bit of fucking fun in pro play.
This is impossible matchup for Talia. This is impossible matchup. It is over. Honestly, one of the worst matchups for Talia ever. Like, it's so bad, and I've been waiting for somebody to fucking do this.
This should be a really sick Zed game.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in what feels like forever, we have Zed back in pro play. We have Zeka countering the Talia pick. So people have been blind picking Talia and just hoping no one picks Zed or like Katarina or an assassin. But finally, someone has the balls to pull out an assassin, and I just don't see a world. Like, I honestly don't see a world where the Talia is able to play the game. From probably level 6. It's not going to be possible.
In solo queue, then you get to track like the spike in Zed picks in solo queue.
She's going to get a tier. She's going to get Archangel and Hourglass, but
every single game, you're just going to have to ban it if you don't
if
want
Zeka
it.
can get any type of lead, it's going to be solo bolo
On
city.
this patch, you were mentioning, you know, the E buffs that did come in. It's +5 damage at every rank, and it just feels like his laning should be stronger. His execution power should be stronger. He goes Conqueror here instead.
Onku is a 17-year-old.
Not necessarily going for the one.
He's been very hyped, and he's been playing okay.
We know what Zed can do as a champion. If you've ever played solo queue, you've seen this guy, even if you don't see it often in pro.
I know what Zed does. So Chovy was spamming Zed in solo queue, actually. And I was wondering why, but it's probably because there's been these Zed picks to counter Talia. Because Chovy just spammed it and never really played it.
With Nidalee into Kindred matchup here.
Oh my god, these Qs.
The solo invades.
From level 2, Zed wins.
Assume that's going to have some nice lanes to work with.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
He's level 2.
Yeah, that's the
Ignite.
In. He doesn't have electrocute, but Honku
gets the flash.
At level 2 already.
I didn't even realize that Zed was running Ignite. Holy aggression.
Yeah, Ignite for flash. Best trade every day of the week. Plus, he's going to have
that's worth
him back. So it is going to look like an increase in solo queue Zed picks, I think, with the way that the start is going. All right, they both go for the recalls, though. Honku actually, they both cancel.
Oh, they both fake base.
Then Zeka's like, all right, fine.
Zeka level 3 can get a solo.
That's the thing about laning into Zed, especially if you take a big chunk early, is you only start off with the one pot, right? So you don't have a lot of sustain as Talia, and
Zed's got the shield, so he does.
He's got the ability to power through this lane very easily, especially once he gets that first trade. So you want the good backs.
Come on, let's get a solo, bro. Level 4.
All right, so all our excitement.
Nah, Z99 doesn't go electrocute on Zed. Neither does on Zed. Neither of them do. They go Conqueror. Do a more bruises setup.
Crabs, after the first Scuttle Crabs, maybe looking towards mid, or maybe even a little bit before, because with both of them canceling their recalls, does give a slight opportunity. Looks like we're actually having Jinja cross back up to the top side, which is kind of weird since Vlad is pushing.
I'm surprised though with the electric buffs, no one's running it, but
he doesn't have his top lane priority.
They try and do an extended duel.
Yeah, that's going to go the way of Peanut here, and Peanut is not scared to go for the fight, especially with the Zed, but he's actually losing the fight here. He goes for the heal. He flashes away, but Jinja is still going to get it.
Oh, Zeka gets it. But does he die for this?
Now Honku low on mana. Zeka, he's on the hunt. As he doesn't have much more than a
Oh my god, Zeka! Oh!
With one final
you greedy bastard.
Well, there you go. That's why Scuttle Crab. He goes for it.
His W had 1 second cooldown. He's trying to play mind games. Did not work.
For CFO. I mean, Zeka answering might be a problem later. He does get the pickaxe back there for Zed, which is pretty decent. Plus
damn, he should have just ran away around, no?
Honestly, let's take a look at the next one. Peanut right back out. Since Mark did
crazy early game.
On the bottom
crazy.
Ends up taking that one away for the next set. But here's another look at it. Joe goes straight for it, puts down the ward. They go for the smite fight, as you say.
I wonder if Zeka could have just focused the.
Gonna lose out in the 1-for-1.
I wonder if Zeka could have just ran, or even just focused the Talia here. Flash WQ. He could have just kept running around. Did he try and like get? He tried to like fool him with vision, and then he tried to get auto spacing.
There you go.
Good job by
Just
Honku.
Another one of the regular
yeah.
sized rocks.
Just a very small ending rock that did come out there.
He's got his
from
tier.
that. And yeah, I mean, I think Peanut just assumed that Zeka would make it over and they would win the 2v2, so he was just forcing the fight. You can see the 1v1 was not going to go the way of Peanut. Peanut must have known that that should be the case.
Pretty close though.
Yeah, it was. It was a big heal there towards the end, so there was a chance.
Vladimir's
Not
wild
quite enough.
pick too.
And take a look at the top lane here, where Zeus is actually ahead on gold at the moment.
Guess it had to be an AD
Not
mid.
too surprising. As the Vlad, the range champion, just doing a good job sustaining and.
So I think
those last
Honku is
hits
actually
with
going to be
his
up
Q.
about half a
Honku,
level.
though, picking up the double buff, he's able to get a very nice back in.
Maybe not that. I think if Zeka 6 off this wave, it's fine. Yeah, see, he's not. He's actually like, he's 20-30% XP down on the level, which is
at this point, and
really
since we
bad
do
for
see
Zed.
Kaiwing
Zed,
heading
I
over
honestly
here,
would rather
it's
be
one
up
of the big
XP than have the
parts,
kill.
About playing with this mid jungle is having that support there to bring it all together. The Leona CC,
them sharing this XP
to
probably
set
helps, to
either
be
of them
honest.
up. Even drivers making the trek over, so looks like it's going to be everybody except for Zeus walking over, since Zeus is still
Level
shoving
6
bottom.
for
It looks like
Zed,
Driver
level 5
actually
on
is now gonna walk all the way
Kindred.
back down there too, so
I think they're just going to give it.
CFO at least gets 2 of them.
Yeah.
But once driver shows, they're like, then HLA are going to know we don't have 5 people fully up here, so we got the
Get
extra
one grub for themselves.
and we will split grubs.
Yeah, just, split
How
grub
will Hanwha
situation,
play
2 for
mid-game
1.
down a teleport?
And Life Esports will be thankful.
I
that the
don't
last
think
one
they're
was left
planning
for them.
on really
Mentioned the situation
thinking
where they
about
didn't wanna
that.
go
It's
for
just
it.
going to be
Level 6
solo
Zed, though, still
bolos.
gonna put on that pressure. The Ignite is
And
coming in. Zeka, one last
there's one right there,
doesn't
baby.
need it, as down will go Honku, and that right there is
That's
the
what I'm
power of
saying.
Zed.
There is no
It's so
counterplay
hard in
into
that
into
matchup.
Zed as Talia.
Zed just gets
The
to go
only
right
hope
for it.
you
As soon
have
as he
is
got level
Hourglass.
6, Ignite down
And
there
with
for
how builds
Zeka,
go,
and that
you
means
need
they have
tier,
mid lane
Archangel,
and Prowl once
Hourglass.
again, and so
It's not going to happen
second
until 20
scuttle grab
minutes.
mark also
So
gets
she's
taken
free
away.
pickings for the Zed,
Peanut takes this one
and
away,
it's unplayable.
Really trying to keep
So
those Kindred
by
marks
having the
down.
Ignite, you always have kill
They
pressure.
should be able to transition.
If
They
you
still
run
have a
teleport,
little,
you don't have
bit
it.
of deep wards as
But you
well
have a
for
better
the enemy jungle.
late
We
game
haven't
side lane.
gotten to focus
But
too much,
she
on
has
the
Hourglass by
Vladimir,
then, so you
pick
want to
that they
get the
went for
Ignite
as
for the
well,
window
but
between
as we
6
said, it
minutes
was gonna be Vladimir,
and 20
scaling
minutes to
nicely
take
with
over the game.
Nice little free lane
And by
for
then,
himself, and
hopefully,
really the
Nidalee and
scary part
Zeus
is
can
gonna be
do the
later
rest of the
on,
carry.
after Zeus has farmed up and joins with the team, and then you've got. How do you deal with a dive of a Vladimir and a Zed? Well, Kindred Ultimate can stall, but it is still going to be very scary for them. So, Peanut
So yeah, it pretty much is maximum level pain right now for Talia.
and keep those ones rolling.
So the whole map is
It's very true. I
is
mean, you think about their team fight, it's very much
HLEs.
just wombo combo, insane amount of damage, and it's all AoE as well, outside of, I guess, Italy swipes and stuff like that, but that's not really what she's there for. As we take a look at this replay, as he basically
literally
presses
just
off.
walks up ults.
Yeah.
Ignite,
He
auto
touches
Q, flash.
Press all
Like,
buttons
what the
and,
hell are we
there you
doing,
go.
bro?
Poof goes to Leah. It's, I mean, like you said though, it's just so hard. Once
So
the R
hard,
goes
man.
in, there's nothing, not really a lot you can do since your seismic shove is so delayed. It's so easy for the Zed side to play around. And constantly going to have
It's
those
tough,
visits
but
from
Talia
support.
can
You see on the
E and then
minimap,
W
they went for a
behind
little
her and
bit of
ZRs.
CFO on top
No.
side, to go try and continue play
Bro,
around
there's no
Ninja.
counterplay. You
He
just
does
have to
the
trust me.
very,
Like,
very
you can
mighty
try to time the
lead
flick
there
E,
and all the wards up on the top
but
side
like,
for them
it's
folks.
so difficult to
CFO
get it.
overloading on
And when
top
you
side.
do,
This
you
is
waste
a
all your
Vladimir
mana,
that
and then
does
the
have
Zed still
flash,
pulls it off and
I
kills
wonder if he
you.
used cool already. Nope.
Oh, there's the pool.
Lol.
Kaiwing not going to hit the stun on this
Lol,
one, but he is at least going to
lol,
land
lol.
the E onto him. Kaiwing does take a bunch of that damage, so very nicely done in the dive. The Vlad, not much he can do in that situation after using the pool, of course, as he does go down pretty quickly to the 3 of them.
Again,
Zed almost
really
has
good
ult and
team
flash
play
and
here from
Ignite.
CFO.
This is going to be another
Kaiwing
solo bolo.
linking up with Junja, constantly just always playing with him. They've got the carry, jungle, and the support to follow. Wait a second.
Driver's really trying to make this kill onto Viper happen.
That's
Right now,
hilarious.
he's just got a catalyst and a tear, so he doesn't actually do damage.
What is the
Driver,
Greg
he's
is
just dying
doing?
to MS.
What are you
Peanut's here.
doing?
Yeah, the big problem there, Ultimate used offensively. You really want that for defense.
Speaking of offensive ultimates, as in goes Zeka once again, as there is the...
He almost
Kindred
died
ultimate
there.
just barely to save his life. Peanut failing on the dive, but he is going to stay alive, and it might not be a fail at the end of it all. As the Q comes in, Viper, though, will be traded out. As at least Viper got the
Zeka
kill.
almost died.
So will Driver in the dive.
Blood everywhere. I love
He gets
it. And
Shun-Ji
there we go.
his
Good mark for
Kindred
Zeka as
ultimate to
well.
save.
Honestly, keep this game
He had to burn
action-packed.
Flash
The
and
gold
Ignite there,
remaining
and
close, so
Talia
that's some
didn't burn
super
Flash,
fun picks to
so...
look forward to once we do get to the mid
Not
game
horrible.
our team fight.
Hey, did Leona
if
stop
we
it
go
there?
back to the team play for CFO, they're sticking to the game plan here. They get out the Vladimir pool really early on, and then Kaiwing, very nice E. He was able to follow it up, locks them down. They get their kill on the Vladimir. Here's another look at the full attempted dive on the bottom side, and just Driver had already used his
Dude,
ulti
what?
earlier when he tried to go for the play on the Viper, so he didn't have here. So he still goes down, but was able to keep
So troll.
Viper in range of tower by hovering against the wall long enough that he still gets his counter kill.
Yeah, so Peanut did smite away one of the grubs here as they go in for the fight. They're not going to
Here we go.
too much, but
Rel is
everybody
in.
else
Good
moves
Talia
into the
flick.
Rel.
Where's
Here comes
Zeka?
Doggo from the top side though. Zeka
Oh.
going in for the dive once. Junja not going to get him just yet. So many low health bars here on the side of CFO. And Peanut is going to get away. Here comes Zayas.
Holy
Over
shit,
the
into the
wall,
pool.
just gonna pull the shove.
Flash.
And will not take the damage, but does take the
Oh shit, Hongkyu, get it! Nice! Oh,
As
Zeka missed
Hongkyu
Q.
lives against Zeka, who misses the shuriken. Here comes Doggo, flashing on into a Zed. Not scared of anything, but guess what? The R is up, and it's available again.
Woohoo!
For it again.
Q, 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 E!
And the last auto from Peanut finishes it off.
Oh my goodness.
Damn,
What a good
boys.
Zed. Some fancy plays on the top.
It's kind of
side.
good, and then there was moments of trashness. Do you agree, chat? Like, it wasn't
Beautiful
perfect,
stuff
but it
there.
works.
What a fun one. Are you not entertained? Thank you for the
I am so
entertainment,
entertained.
Angeli. Thank you for the entertainment, both teams here. Okay.
I actually
First
respect
fight's
them
not
so much for
fair,
picking Zed and
'cause,
giving us
only one of them
giving
is
us a fun
jungler
game.
that has smites. But
Like, why
what a
play
fun
random,
year,
like,
CFO and
why
HLE
play just, like,
delivering
Giga meta
an absolute
against these teams? You just
scrap
bend
at
over
the
and
club.
stomp,
Donkey
like,
had
let's be
blast
honest.
cone
It's just, it's
right
almost
into
disrespectful
the
to
Rel
us, the viewer.
initiation. And so HLE are like, everybody forward. We have such big lead on our health bars here. Kaiwing, though, he locked up Peanut and gone so low. And Doggo
That
was
would've
the
been
one with the
cool.
big health bar to
Zayas
try and
flash
chase everyone
over.
down. He pushed
Zeka
Peanut
missed.
out and then got his
Q gets
kill
flashed,
onto
and then he
Delight. And he wanted to
W.
come, you know, kind of saved the game here.
Q
so
miss,
looks
and then
for
he
it
still has
onto
ult because it
Peanut.
wasn't on cooldown from the
Flash
first
forward.
all-in.
Onto
Gets
him
his
with
ult
auto.
right
The
there.
ults,
Yeah, and then
E,
Off cooldown.
auto,
goes over here.
W, Q there.
Just
Snap back.
finish off Hongkyu, and Peanut
Probably
with
could
a
have
shield
died,
too,
honestly.
gets the
Crazy.
shutdown.
Wait, I think we missed something, Kobe. There's a Gragas in the top lane. Meanwhile, there is a dive onto a Rel. Delight wants to turn it around, but he's not going to be able to. Oh, he's going to have to pop that ultimate just to stay alive. Now Zeka 1v4, but he's not scared. He's moving into them, looking to do a bit of extra damage.
What the
He's got
fuck
Peanut
is going
the
on?
way,
That's
but
so
yeah, nice
aggressive.
dive from the side of CFO. Once again, we'll pick up a kill at least.
Whew. All right. There is a lot of action, but look at the minimap right now. Both top lane and mid lane just also pushed by HLE. Zayas is going to head down to back up Viper, as Viper was trying to push for even more and also get turret plate money. But they were
How
able
much
to get,
gold are they down?
both of the
2,000.
lanes on the other side of the map pushed as
13
well,
minutes?
while
It's pretty
taking
bad.
The objective. So
That's a pretty bad
Dragon picked
story.
up, or will be picked up here by
Leona's
Peanut,
up gold, though.
and HLE also still retaining control of the map.
Yeah, they certainly are doing just that. This Mountain Drake going to go the way of HLE, so that is going
Would
to be
love to
their
see the
second
Conqueror
Drake
Valley
of
on
the game.
Vlad,
You can
if it's
see-
above 10 or
We'll
not.
see what the soul is after this replay. Just channeling in, Delight wants to
Why
feel for
Conqueror
Zeka,
Vlad? I agree.
survive against the dive.
Yeah, little shadow play over there for Zeka. So even though Delight does go down, Kindred ultimate is used here by Jinja because of the tower.
I agree, I agree, I
trying
agree.
to force them away, but everybody was looking at the mini map there. And this is the adventures of Driver.
Yeah, he is driving a little bit off course here. I don't believe this is part of the original obstacle course that you generally have to drive on.
How do people
So,
stand at their jobs
getting
all day?
zoned away
I
from
can
the
stand
turret
for an
is
hour and then
only
I'm
by
actually
Vlad.
out of breath.
Still hyped though, I would say, with them getting the kill on the bottom side. It's just like they showed 4 people bottom for the bottom dive.
Yeah.
And he goes deep for the lane proxy play, like basically right as or a little bit afterwards.
You're weak,
We
that's
have the
why.
MasterCard
I mean, I
Lane Economy
know.
Snapshot showing
My back
just
and
how
knees
far
start
ahead
hurting,
Half
bro.
Life Esports is in every role except the
Need to
support
sit.
role where Kaiwing is ahead by 100
Stand or
gold.
starve, true.
So it's still close. You know, they have leads on the side of Homolife Esports. Really the issue, I think, for CFO is that they're playing up against a Vlad and just really insane team fighting. And if they
Like
get
80 hours
behind,
construction
they
a
might
week,
just
you
get
have soft
bowled over
hands.
again.
Brother, you're an
wanna see if
accountant.
they
I know your
can,
job. Shut the fuck up.
Focus on a bit more of their like secure team fights, but currently the map's still so spread out. They're constantly getting pressured in these side lanes. You have really good split pushers on the side of
All right,
HLE.
they've got the lead.
with
Now
the
they just
game
need to
that,
figure out a way to end it.
Zeka has right now. Both of the, you know,
Shouldn't
all
be
the
too
solo
hard.
laners getting their level 11, so looking very dangerous there with Zed and Vladimir split pushing, and then everybody else for HLE grouping up to use their grub power here on the mid lane turret, try and get their pressure done there.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth in the river, but it didn't look like Homolife Esports wanted to stick around in that one.
Yeah. So we'll see, because HLE are going to thrive a lot if they get to continue like spreading the map and you know playing so aggressively with these solo laners. But maybe CFO can try and pull together.
Bro, they've got to do
a
something.
5-person
Otherwise, they're just
play.
going to get
They do
stomped
have
late.
Talia ultimate.
Click
and the
your
teleport
buttons,
kind
stat.
of soon coming up for Honkyu. Looks like he's going to run his way or surf his way up the river to make this attempted play. Of course, Zeus does have his teleport, so Vladimir could also join.
Yeah, it looks like he might just do that. Here's the wall. There's the TP. And
Here they go. Big fight.
Gage comes in from Delight once again, but the Kindred ult is
Zeka
there
on
to
the
try
back
to save
line.
them. They're all invulnerable. The follow-up comes in from the Vlad, though, as Zeus
And
gets the
that
big
is-
kill on that back line. We do see Zeus
Zeka
just
did
running
die.
in their back line,
They're
getting
trying.
so much down, and Driver looking for Peanut, but he's not quite going to be able to get it down. He just pops
Peanut
away
too quick.
on the Mega
Spear.
Blast Cone.
Oh,
Driver's
close.
all alone here. 1v2. Peanut is very low, although he is kind of kiting him out here, kind of playing with the Gragas a little bit. Gonna eat a Q though, and does back away.
Like
But the red tail's
Gragas, yeah.
secured, and this first turret should go the way of Homolife as well.
Kindred counters
Yeah,
Zed because you can
even
obviously
though
just
it was
use the
like-
Zed ultimate to keep your team alive, but
Devastating.
if you're
for
forced to
CFO,
use
and
it just
then
for Zed ult, it's
only
kind of
basically being
piss.
-1
Because then
kills
MF
there.
will come through
Also
after
losing
or
that
something and
mid
just
turret
roll
is
you all.
really painful, because once these outer towers go away, like the safety
Zeka goes
away.
in.
But here's another look at it, and the
He
Kindred
ults Doggo,
ultimate,
but Doggo
delaying
stays in the
finds
Kindred
some
ult.
time for them. Doggo
Just.
there trying to flash outside, but
Then
like,
Zeus
the dive
takes
is
him
just
down.
so good. With Vladimir basically getting in untouched into the back line, and you have so many of those threats that it's really hard for CFO to recover from.
Not the worst
that
trade for CFO,
initiation.
but not the best.
Started out, and
Imagine if they didn't have Kindred. Like how these team fights would play out is that they both would have just died instead if it was any other jungler.
How does
they gotta
CFO
keep their
scale?
eyes
What
on
are you
Delight.
what are you
Of course,
scaling?
You know, the Rel is going to bring it all together and be the spark that actually ignites that big fight for HLA. So we'll see.
Yeah.
As they move over. Dragon could have spawned pretty soon, so we might get another show shortly here as they move in for Vision fighting first.
Yeah. Chemtech Soul gonna feel pretty good for the side of Homolife Esports, honestly, with a Vlad and a Nidalee and a bunch of big shields, even the Bloodthirster, right? It's gonna feel great for them as Viper.
Surely the gamble wasn't
He's being pressured
50-50.
a little bit, a lot of them actually, a lot of bit as he is
Good
going to
flash. Wow, that
Just
saved
kinda
him.
Get away from it all. Only a couple of, I think 3 ults were used there by the side of CFO. They're going to try to use this pressure to take down this mid turret, which in fact they will.
Zed
The
solo
side lane
top
Kobe you were
chilling.
mentioning,
Thank
though,
you.
Zeka able to put some pressure on the top side, as it looks like now both teams want to fight over this dragon.
Yeah, and like what are we going to do about this Vladimir? Because Zeus,
Imagine if it was Fiddlesticks instead of
It's going
Kindred.
to be a really big problem later, and we are later.
Yeah,
Nah,
about
I don't
that.
think I will imagine that,
they
bro,
need
but
to do
thank
something
you.
about the Vladimir, but Zeus is a tank right now. He is just running at them.
Where's
And
Elite
he's got so much
500?
health, he's got so much
Riftmaker,
AP because
Vladimir.
of that.
The fuck is this?
And, you know, the Gragas doesn't really do much against the Vlad. He just kind of sits there and throws stuff at him, and the Vlad doesn't care at all.
Well, getting richer by the seconds. Split pushing bottom while they go for the dragon fight here. Jinja.
Oh, the engage not going to land there from the side of Kaiwing, and there you go.
Thank you,
Pino
Butter
will
Drake.
secure the smite onto this one, and again, this 1v1, it's just looking worse and worse.
If my
for
grandma
Driver.
had wheels,
Another
she'd be a
power Q
bicycle,
gonna hit him
buddy.
As the Rift Herald pushing on in, and Zeus is just looking for the dive. Driver has to flash away from it, but even the ult nearly takes his head off. As Driver at this moment does not quite exist in the side lane. In goes Delight, maybe a little bit sideways there.
Huge MF ult, but Kindred ult is able to counter it. And then Zeka gonna come through.
Looking for the dive, does pop away.
Does the Ignite finish? Oh, he misses Q's.
Around him, but Jinja will survive at the end of all that chaos.
Okay, Zeus is going to go back to base. He has a large amount of cash in his wallet at the moment. Okay,
Cosmic Drive, yeah.
And a little bit of magic penetration on top. I was wondering, like, how soon is he going to, like, upgrade into a Medjai's? He only has, like, 6 stacks on the Dark Seal right now, but I definitely foresee in this game that being a very likely possibility of him getting later. Here's another look at it, though. The Misfortune ultimate over here creating a lot of space, and Zeka wanted to try and take advantage of the Kindred ultimate being used fairly early there to go in with his Ignite, with his Death Mark, but not able to squeeze out just enough damage there. Okay, so maybe if CFO could just
LL Stylish is better at Zed Drew.
How about that?
Chill,
Run
bro.
away from him.
You can't compare pro plays on one-trick champions. The one-tricks are always
I mean,
better.
this is the thing. He's got to slow onto Zeus.
Like, my Talia is better than 90% of pro players Talia. Like, if you just watch it, it's obvious, but they're just better fundamentally.
Flash away now. And Driver gonna eat his third death as the Vlad now 3,000 gold ahead. Just 21
Holy
minutes
Vladimir
into the
lead.
game.
So we did have to test, should we go away from the Vlad or to the Vlad? And we have decided.
Onq's kind of in the game now. He's got a stopwatch.
There is a very low health tower.
Now is when he doesn't actually get too hard screwed by the Zed. 20 minutes, I called it.
That's also an option.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like how you're checking all the boxes. You know, they have some opportunities here in this game.
So this whole time, by the way, Zeus was stacking up his Riftmaker and his Conqueror. So not only is he turbo fed, but the Riftmaker and Conqueror are stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna be painful. So he used his flash there though. So
Yeah, he did.
back to the brush.
He did use his flash. We'll see when he upgrades those Swifties.
You can't one-shot with this build, but pop cute.
Driver, he's quite
Do,
tanky.
do, do,
He's
do,
AP
cute.
Ruckus, but he's still quite tanky.
He's about to fully stack the Rod of Ages too to get that extra level.
He'll catch up a little bit. The Brunus Otacon will be taken pretty unceremoniously here by Homalife Esports, as it is spotted by a blue trinket. But nobody's actually going to approach this on the side of CFO. So they just give it up. Flowers will be
he's
taken
Ruinous
here
too.
by Homalife Esports. And,
Right, made some
speak
type
about
of
what that's gonna
change
do
to
for
make
the extra
Ruinous
levels, the
Yeah,
extra
you
damage.
more
about
often in
that.
pro plays.
Just take a little,
I don't know what
sit
tinkle,
back
like I don't know
while
what
you have a little lull
tinkle
in the
they
action.
tinkled
Just
around
think
or whatever,
about
tinkered
exactly
around.
how strong Homalife Esports is
Because
right now.
Tinkered
really
around. I
think
don't know what
about
they
it.
did, but they're getting way more now.
No, that's fine. Zeus from the Flowers gets his Adaptive Force, which turns into AP, and then the AP turns into health also.
Yeah.
And the extra experience there did not get him to 16.
I'd low-key love to be tickled
Yeah.
around, but
Not-
anyways,
not
getting
too
back to
bad.
the
Yeah,
game.
this world is not
Zed
ending.
gets
You know,
his
Drivers
Black
actually have
Cleaver,
on
and
XP.
he's probably working his way
Yeah, baby.
towards
Rod of Ages tick.
Yeah.
Rod of Ages, baby.
maybe
It's
an
just,
Edge of Night would
that
work
item's
well
OP.
on this type of
Can't
comp.
counter it. Well, actually, you can. Zeus is going to get into the lead in just a moment here. Actually does overtake
Almost got
him
the most CS
by
in the
sitting
game,
in the
just
top
following
side.
behind Viper.
And, yeah, we're about to have that Chemtech Dragon spawn that is for the Chemtech Soul for Homalife Esports. So CFO got to make a tough decision. Do we fight over this one, or do we just give the Soul away and try to fight a bit later on when our Corky's a bit more fed?
Corkies in pro
Because,
play just do
you know, when our
nothing.
Kindred's
Every
a little
time,
bit more
without
fed,
fail.
Perhaps.
Just pick MF.
Those are really
Just pick
the
MF.
angles
Just pick
I'm
MF.
looking at right now
Stop
for
picking other
CFO
things.
if they're going to win in an extended team fight.
Well,
Zeus tree items.
our strategy of fight away from Vladimir doesn't really work when
I think
Vlad's
Zeka
teleported
might
up,
be
so,
3 items soon.
Yeah.
You know, if we send it, it's going to be a full send. And it might be the last send as well.
Yeah.
Might be.
Well, maybe the game doesn't end right away, but, you know, we'll see how much action we can get, as the difference in the top lane is quite large at this point in time. Nearly double the damage is over Driver, as, Viper's barely going to get away from that stun. He does flash the
Ooh,
cask,
aggressive.
and that's a good choice. If you're going to pick a target, it's probably got to be the MF.
Zed's level 16 now, too, chat.
Yeah. Zeus is pinging, hey, I'm just going to keep on split pushing. All HLE have to do is just make more
See if he can
time
flank
around
behind
this
and find the
dragon.
doggo.
And Eventually, maybe we'll look for a smite fight here or something, but Zeus is teleporting in, so run!
Oh my god!
Run!
Wait, Joggo,
Get out of there!
He runs towards the flat. They're trying to take down
And
the
this is not gonna end well.
Instead, and you know what? Vlad loves when you're grouped up against it. Finally, just gonna throw out the
Zeka
king
goes
ultimate,
in.
but who really cares about that? He survives for a bit longer, but the rest
It's an
of the team
ace,
just
bro.
dies alongside
Absolute
of him.
stomp and
Homily
slaughter
Esports will
from
take the fight
HLE.
in the Dragon, and it's looking like a
So he's got
2-year
20
today,
kills on
Kobe.
Zed, but he's
And the
doing his
Baron,
job,
I'll
man. He's
wager.
following the fights up,
I'll
getting
put a
priority
lot on that
targets.
Baron, too.
Yeah.
So here we go. So the critical moment we're looking for, Valdez,
Is the TP.
yeah, right about now. You see that little swirl over there on the Nidalee trap. Nidalee trap teleports.
Big rel engage.
Yeah.
And that's...
I couldn't do anything even if it was
you know,
my
they have
Talia.
silent pressure.
Would I be a
But team
little bit
fighting is
further
also
ahead? Probably.
incredibly
Would it
correct.
matter?
It's
I don't
crazy
think
what
so.
You can do when the rel
Maybe I'd
picks up
1v9,
even
but I
2 or
doubt
3
it. It'd be
guys.
freaking hard.
And they know, you know,
At least they're
all you
smiling
do
and
at
having
that point
fun.
is smile. It's definitely been a really entertaining and fun one. Props to both teams here in this series for the entertainment.
Yeah. It has been entertaining. I think that last fight was
I'm not doubting
very
myself.
fun.
I'm just being realistic,
With Zeus
I
level
guess, and
16,
It was fun for
logical.
Zeus.
Zeus level 16.
Definitely fun for him. He
Delight, he did his job. He's died 5 times in this one. He doesn't care. He's just going to throw his face into there and try to collect as many people with his magnets.
Yeah,
that are
he's
very strong.
And he, with all of the team gold, he has overtaken. So he is no longer the lone member that didn't have the individual gold lead.
Love that Kindred sounds.
He too is included.
He is one of the guys now.
Yeah.
Just going to throw an ult into his
Lol.
Zed because, you know, why not? Might
Spear of
as well.
Sojin on the Zed. Bang.
Just gonna
Proper
go for the
bruises
Baron
Zed.
here, Homily Esports.
He must have 3k
You
health.
were reckoning that probably they would take down this objective. Kaiwing now ultless with his Solar Flare on cooldown, trying to just walk his way in as Jinja not even able to get in range. So that is just going to be a free
Well,
Baron
this is a
over
little
the
bit
side of
awkward.
Homily Esports, and CFO now a bit caught. Going to do a combo onto a Vlad.
Does
But,
Zeka try and kill
Talia,
this?
Not very good against the Vlad, I'll tell you that. As in goes Zeus, he's got backup for the team. The triple
Easy,
kill
bro.
comes in
Triple kill for
from Zeus,
Zeus.
and he's looking for a bit more. As yeah, they're just gonna get that kill over to Viper instead. As it is the ace
Yeah,
from
thank
the
God
side
they
of
picked
Homily,
Zed.
and that
Actually
might just be the
entertained.
game
Vladimir's
right
fun
here,
too.
right now.
Certainly will.
No one's
be
surprised by the
right
result,
through
but
the top lane, HLE with Baron with
this
the Dragon
HLE
Soul,
team looks
looking
so
at the
like I don't know how
2-0
anyone is going to be able to beat them.
A very clean one at that, and they did it with a
I don't know if the
top
team that
and
can
a
beat them
Zed
is
in the mid lane. If you missed this game,
at this
definitely
tournament
go ahead and
right
check out
now.
the replay because it was a very fun one with those 2 picks. A super dominant
A
game
GG.
from Homily.